Of all forms of caution, caution in love is perhaps the most fatal to true happiness. One of the symptoms of an approaching nervous breakdown is the belief that one's work is terribly important. One should as a rule respect public opinion in so far as is necessary to avoid starvation and to keep out of prison, but anything that goes beyond this is voluntary submission to an unnecessary tyranny, and is likely to interfere with happiness in all kinds of ways. These illustrations suggest 4 general maxims. The first is, remember that your motives are not always as altruistic as they seem to yourself. The second is, don't overestimate your own merits. The third is, don't expect others to take as much interest in you as you do yourself. And the fourth is, don't imagine that most people give enough thought to you to have any special desire to persecute you.
Dogmatism is the greatest of mental obstacles to human happiness. A happy life must be to a great extent a quiet life, for it is only in an atmosphere of quiet that true joy can live. If we were all given by magic the power to read each other's thoughts, I suppose the first effect would be almost all friendships would be dissolved. The second effect, however, might be excellent, for a world without any friends would be felt to be intolerable, and we should learn to like each other without needing a veil of illusion to conceal from ourselves that we did not think each other absolutely perfect.
To all the talented young men who wander about feeling that there is nothing in the world for them to do, I should say, give up trying to write, and, instead, try not to write. Go out into the world. Become a pirate, a king in Borneo, a laborer in Soviet Russia. Give yourself an existence in which the satisfaction of elementary physical needs will occupy almost all your energies. I do not recommend this course of action to everyone, but only to those who suffer from the disease which Mr. Crutch diagnoses. I believe that, after some years of such an existence, the ex-intellectual will find that in spite of his efforts he can no longer refrain from writing, and when this time comes his writing will not seem to him futile. Nothing is so exhausting as indecision, and nothing is so futile. Boredom is therefore a vital problem for the moralist, since at least half the sins of mankind are caused by the fear of it. The wise man thinks about his troubles only when there is some purpose in doing so. At other times he thinks about other things, or, if it is night, about nothing at all. The secret of happiness is very simply this. Let your interests be as wide as possible, and let your reactions to the things and persons that interest you be as far as possible friendly rather than hostile. Having made the decision, do not revise it unless some new fact comes to your knowledge. Nothing is so exhausting as indecision, and nothing is so futile. The wise man will be as happy as circumstances permit, and if he finds the contemplation of the universe painful beyond a point, he will contemplate something else instead. Altogether it will be found that a quiet life is characteristic of great men, and that their pleasures have not been of the sort that would look exciting to the outward eye. Please subscribe to our channel if our content inspired you.